what is dropshipping? How does it work? What do you have to pay for up front? How can I start? How do I deal with customer service? Where do I find products? And most importantly, how can I find success? These are some of the questions that I had 5 years ago when I first started. Now after dropshipping full time for 5 years, I finally got all the answers for you guys. This video is going to be perfect if you're a beginner and you don't know anything about dropshipping, or if you've heard about it and still have questions, this is for you guys. Make sure to take out a pen and pencil, take some notes, because this video is going to be jam-packed with value. Before we get right into the video, I want to give a quick student shout out to Ecom Remastered student Carter. Carter quickly scaled up to over $1,360 a day. I'm excited to see where you take your brand, and thanks for being a part of the community. If you're interested in Ecom Remastered and you want to know what we're all about, I'll have a link down below in the description where you can check out all of the services that we offer. Or if you know you just want to work with me and my team personally, you can book in an application call in the description as well. Alright, so what exactly is the dropshipping model? The first thing that you need to know as a beginner that dropshipping is a logistics model, it is not a business model. And here's how it works. Typically, you're going to build a Shopify store, you're going to upload a product that you want to sell, you're going to create ad creatives, either paid or organic traffic, run that traffic to your store, and when customers check out on your website, you're going to send that order directly to your supplier, who's then going to directly send the product to your customer, so you never have to hold any inventory. And the beauty of running a dropshipping model rather than holding inventory is that it allows you to run a full-fledged e-commerce business without holding any inventory costs. And having zero inventory costs greatly reduces the amount of upfront costs that you need to start this business, which is really what makes dropshipping such an attractive model to go off of if you're starting your entrepreneurship journey online. And you're probably wondering, what are some of these upfront costs that you talk about? Who pays for shipping? How do you profit, etc.? So first, let's cover some upfront costs. We're going to split this into two different sections: the must-haves when starting your business and the nice-to-haves. The difference is that the must-haves are the things you actually need to purchase to start up your business. They're necessary. And the nice-to-haves are things like tools, education, certain apps, etc. These nice-to-haves will greatly increase your chances of success. Keep that in mind. But first, let's start with the must-haves. You have to have a Shopify plan, and this is typically $39 a month. Plus, Shopify charges you anywhere from 2.4 to 3.9% for every transaction that you do. This is dependent on the plan that you select. But lucky for you, I'm a Shopify partner, and with my special discount code, you can get Shopify for just $1 for the first 3 months. So you're cutting that $39 a month plan down to $1 a month for the first 3 months. If you want to take advantage of this code, I don't know how long this offer is going to be going on for. Make sure to check it out in the description down below. So I'm going to assume that you're going to use that code, and let's chalk it up to starting your store on Shopify for just $1. Shopify also has a ton of great free themes that you can use to build your website. They do offer a lot of customization, so don't worry about buying a premium theme that's like $200, $300, $400, $500 right off the bat. If you just go into the Shopify theme section here, you can see all of these ones here: Taste, Crave, Publisher, Dawn. There are a bunch of different themes that are free. Each one is kind of catered towards a certain industry that you're in. Some are better for clothing, like this one, Spotlight, looks like it's optimized for clothing and hats, whereas one like Origin might be optimized for 1 or 2 products on your website. You'll have to take a look and play around with them to see which one fits your industry the best. Now, Shopify also has an app section that you can add on to any of the themes. They really help customize your store to have a higher conversion rate or an average order value. Pretty much any customization that you can think of. There's over 7,000 Shopify apps. And paid apps are not necessarily needed when starting your Shopify store. There are a lot of free apps that you can add onto your website. Just doing a quick search for upsell apps on the Shopify App Store, there's a bunch here. Free to install, free plan available, free plan available. There are endless apps that are free and have free trials that you can test out to see if they work with your store and they help you out. But most of the apps on Shopify that are paid usually work and look better. Some apps that I like to use that I am not affiliated with are Booster Discounted Upsells, which is this app right here. And what it does is put an upsell in the cart section. And it basically says, hey, do you want to add this item to your order for 25% off today only? Click add to cart. This helps with my average order value. I believe that I pay $19.99 a month for this app. It's a good one, but there are a lot of other free upsell apps out there. The next app that I like to use, if you haven't noticed, I'm a big upsell kind of person. So post-purchase checkout upsell is one that I use. It's free to install, but they actually charge you per order that you have per month. So pricing for me, I have the priority support one, so I pay $19.95 a month for this app. Another great app to use that is paid is $9 a month, so it's fairly cheap, and it's Core Web Vitals Booster. This app's sole purpose is to just speed up your website, because if you have a slow website, a lot of people are actually going to click off and you're going to have a higher bounce rate. You don't want your customers to leave your website just because of the loading time. All in all, when I get my bill from Shopify at the end of the month, I spend about $100 on apps. So let's say the Shopify costs are anywhere from $1 to about $100 a month. The next cost will be product cost. I strongly recommend you order the product that you want to sell to your house first. You're going to want to see if the supplier is reliable, the quality of the product, how long it took to ship to you, and you're also going to want to use this product for content purposes, which I'll talk about later. This is obviously a variable cost because we don't know the price of your product specifically, but to play it safe, let's just say it costs $25. Adding this to the startup cost, now it's anywhere between $26 and $124 on the Shopify end. All in all, you can technically start your entire business for $124, but it's definitely not the easiest way to start. Having a higher budget is going to help you in so many different ways. And you're going to be a little bit limited in terms of your chances of success. So those are the must-haves. Let's move on to the nice-to-haves, the things that are going to give you the highest chance of success quicker, and they do require a larger budget. Product research tools are a really nice thing to have because in the beginning, finding your winning product can be really overwhelming. Realistically, what product should you sell in a world full of endless products to choose from? And for all of my winning product research, I use MINEA. I am an affiliate at MINEA, but I truly love using their software. I use it for all my top 10 winning product videos. I use it for product and market research. They pretty much have everything you need all in one. My favorite feature is the dashboard where it cycles through 10 winning products of the day by platform. So if you're like, I want to try running TikTok ads, you just click on TikTok ads and it's going to populate with 10 of the top winning products for that day. And then if you find one that you like, let's just say it's this 3-in-1 ceramic car coating spray. Now you can click on the product page. It'll give you a bunch of data and information about the ads that they're running. You can actually click on their website. You can click see product and it'll take you right to their landing page to do some competitor research. You can also do a shop analysis where it's going to tell you how many sales they're actually making with this product. You can see other ads that the shop is running if they're running more than one. Looks like this company is running a bunch. They also have the business plan, which is a new feature. They use AI to predict winning products, success radar. You can track shops even more efficiently now. It's really an all-in-one tool. I stand by it. I use it almost every day. And if you want to try it out completely for free, I'll have a link down below in the description, so make sure to check that out. The next thing that's nice to have is an LLC. Now, I'm not a tax professional, therefore I'm not allowed to legally give you tax advice. So the next couple sentences, I'm going to be talking about my experience and what I did. Having an LLC will allow you to separate your taxes from business to personal. You'll also be able to open up business bank accounts to keep that money separate, as well as business credit cards, which have a ton of great perks like points for free travel, free hotels, pretty much a bunch of different things. Now, an LLC is not required to start a Shopify store. You can do this and run it as a sole proprietor, but it's really a big plus having an LLC. Another nice to have is education and mentorship. Finding the right mentor and the right education platform can really cut down your time to success. Obviously, a lot of people sell online courses and programs, and some are outright terrible and some are fantastic. I personally own Ecom Remastered, which is everything ecom and dropshipping related. It's a mentorship program hybrid. We build full custom websites, make UGC content for people, host 2 to 3 meetings a week over Zoom personally with me and my head coaches. We've got the community channels, etc. We've got a ton of stuff. Again, if this is something that you're interested in, check down below in the description. You can read more about it. And if you don't need personalized help, no worries. You can just subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'm posting videos every single week at minimum, sometimes 2 a week. So those are the nice to haves in terms of building your dropshipping store from scratch. But now let's move on to advertising methods because you need to have traffic onto your store to make some sales. The internet as it is today has presented dropshippers and e-commerce brand builders with so many different routes for advertising. The two that I think you should know are organic traffic and paid traffic. Both are based on social media, so if you're familiar with social media, you run theme pages, you post on your personal, or you just scroll around on TikTok and navigate the platforms, you definitely have an advantage in running this business model. Let's break down organic traffic first. This is the advertising method that I recommend all beginners start with because you're gonna learn a ton about advertising without spending any money. Organic traffic is traffic coming to your website, mainly posting on short form platforms. The two most popular are Instagram Reels and TikTok. The idea is to build up your brand's social media presence and driving traffic to your store at the same time. This is when ordering the product to your house comes in handy. Once you have your product in hand, you can take out your iPhone and start filming content with it. You can film the product itself, different use cases, trends that are on TikTok or Reels right now, pretty much everything. Just get a bunch of different content in a bunch of different settings. This type of content is extremely powerful right now and it's called UGC or user-generated content. And if you happen to get a really viral video, you can have a ton of money flowing into your Shopify account overnight, essentially. The second benefit is arguably more important, and that is testing your ad creatives completely for free. TikTok's algorithm is solely based on engagement in the videos. Bottom line, if you get a video to go viral, it means that it is naturally engaging. Now you can take your most viral video, repurpose it, and move it into paid traffic. Which brings me to the second advertising method, which is paid traffic. Paid traffic is running advertisements pretty much on any social media platform. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, Snapchat, pretty much everything. The two most popular and converting ones right now are TikTok ads and Facebook and Instagram. Now with paid traffic, there is a little bit more strategy to it rather than just posting a bunch of videos on TikTok, and there's more monetary risk when doing so. But the benefits of paid traffic greatly outweigh the risks. Paid traffic is more sustainable and more scalable. Compared to organic, where you have to hope TikTok likes you and promotes your content, with paid traffic, it's really pay to play, so you can scale up your business by adding more money and increasing your budget. Both paid and organic traffic are very viable options for beginners. And between the two, the profit margins that you can see with organic are anywhere from 50 to 75%, and with paid traffic, it's going to be a bit lower, between 15 and 35%. Now let's talk about how to actually fulfill your orders. First of all, if you've made it this far, congrats on making some sales. But how do you fulfill those orders? How do you get the product from the supplier over to your customer? The first thing that you have to do is make sure you have a reliable supplier. You need to do this before running any advertisements at all, because if you get orders and you don't have a reliable supplier, you're going to have a lot of headaches, a lot of customer service issues. There are multiple ways that you can fulfill orders. You can use DSers, which is an app on Shopify where you can link the supplier to the product and order them manually. DSers is completely free on Shopify, and you can place 100 orders at a time with just a few clicks. It gets sent over to your supplier, you pay for it on AliExpress, and when that supplier sends it out and updates their tracking information, it'll automatically link it back up to Shopify, which then it sends it to your customer. And if you've been thinking you've got so many affiliates with dropshipping that you promote on your channel, it's because over the last 5 years, I've found the best platforms and softwares to use, so everything that I promote on my channel I actually use myself. Now another big question that I get all the time in how to start a dropshipping business is customer service. Well, good thing you're still watching this video because I'm going to cover just that. First is returns, and you should try your best to not have any returns, or as low as possible. The easiest way to avoid returns is to communicate with the customer as much as possible. Make sure they understand your shipping times, that you represent your product accurately when you're selling it, and have a really good frequently asked questions section. A thing that I like to do is have an automatic email reply. So anytime someone emails me with a question about a product they just ordered, they'll get sent back an automated reply which has the FAQs on it, which pretty much answers every single question they could possibly have: how to track their order, what kind of package it's coming in, what are the use cases of the product, pretty much everything that you can think of. And this eliminates about 90% of the emails inbound. And then at the end of this email, it says, if you have further questions or we didn't answer it here, please reply to this email again. But if and when returns happen, there are a few options to deal with these. You could have them send the product directly back to your supplier, which I don't recommend doing because no one wants to send it back to wherever it came from. Usually the postage is high, they get frustrated, and they leave you a bad review, so don't do this. You can have them send it directly to your house. I don't really recommend this one either, but people do this. And the third option is the best and the one that I use, and it's a virtual mailing address. What a virtual mailing address is it's pretty much a PO box, but there's people there working for you to help you navigate your mail. So if a return gets sent to me or some business documents get sent to me, they hold it there at the warehouse. From there, you'll get a notification online saying you got a new piece of mail. What do you want to do with it? You can scan it and read it. You can have them shred it, or you can have them forward it to your house. This is a great option to have for returns and for business documents. It keeps it nice and neat and all in one place, and if you need a package forwarded somewhere, they can send it to anywhere in the world. And all the plans start at like $10 a month, I think is what I pay, so it's fairly cheap. Now for general customer service where you have to reply to these emails, you can generally do it yourself up until a certain point. At some point, if you're getting a lot of emails, that means you're making a lot of sales, and it's taking up too much of your time where you can be focusing on something else. At this point, you can hire a VA or a virtual assistant. You can find them on Fiverr, Upwork, pretty much any freelancing website. For the most part, they're really cheap and they do a great job, and you can just train them how to reply to emails and then flag any important ones that you have to answer yourself. Now let's move on to taxes. Everyone asks me about taxes. They're always commenting, don't you have to pay taxes on dropshipping? Of course you have to pay taxes. You have to pay taxes on pretty much any income that you make. But I'm not legally allowed to provide you with tax advice. I'm not a licensed tax professional. And I'm definitely not qualified to do so because every single country and state is different, which is why I recommend hiring a tax accountant once your store takes off. I've worked with my current tax accountant for over 3 years now, and he's done a great job navigating all of my taxes. At the end of the year, all I do is export all of my financial records, my revenue, my product cost, my advertising cost, any software fees, and I send it over to him and his firm. They put it all together and then send it off to the IRS for me. If your store is up and running, I don't really recommend doing your taxes yourself because it can get tricky and you don't want to get in trouble. Now that we covered everything you need to know about starting up this business, how it works, and hopefully this video got you fired up and ready to go, let's talk about the expectations. Short form content in general, like TikTok and Instagram Reels, has really made it out to be a get-rich-quick business. And I like to call it a get-rich-generally-quick with hard work business. You should definitely not expect to make $1 million in the first week dropshipping, no matter what anyone says. You need to learn about marketing, marketing angles, ad creatives, web design, and you're gonna have to go through a lot of trial and error, whether it's testing multiple products or multiple marketing angles, whatever it may be, until all of the puzzle pieces fit together and your store starts to become profitable. For me personally, I've talked about this in a lot of other videos. It took me about 3.5 months of breaking even to turn profitable, but in that next month I made $15,000 net profit, and then one after that was anywhere between $17,000 and $19,000. So it can take a while to get started and get going, but once you do, you can scale it up fairly quickly. Some people see success faster than me and they're really good at marketing, and they can see $10,000 in their first week. It's possible. And for others, they can take a little bit longer because they have a slower learning curve, or they don't have someone helping them out or guiding them. The best advice that I can say is it 100% works. You will find success if you continue to work on it, do not give up, and actually put in some time and effort. That's the last thing I wanted to cover in how to start a dropshipping business. I hope this answered a lot of the questions that you might have if you're interested in this business model. And I know this is pretty much a general overview of how it works. I have a ton of full step-by-step tutorials on like exactly how to build a website, how to build ad creatives. All of that stuff is located on my channel. So if you want to take the step and you're ready to start this business, make sure to check out all those videos. Just follow them step by step and you'll be good to go. Again, I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment down below on what video you want to see next. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.